So, Donald Trump just bailed out Argentina. Yeah, $20 billion to a guy who literally brings a chainsaw on stage. President Javier Milei, the man Trump calls his favorite president, a self-proclaimed anarcho-capitalist, a rock-singing economist who says he gets advice from his dogs, named Milton, Murray, Robert, and Lucas. This isn't a meme. This is foreign policy. And here's the real question. Why is the United States bailing out a country that's in economic freefall while its own government is still shut down? Let's break it down. So, earlier this week, Trump hosted Argentine President Javier Milei at the White House. And just before that meeting, boom, his administration announced a $20 billion currency swap with Argentina's central bank. Now, officially, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says it's not a bailout. But come on, let's be real. When you're taking US dollars, the world's more stable currency, and exchanging them for pesos, one of the most volatile, that's like trading your iPhone for a Nokia 1100 and calling it a strategic investment. Even the Council on Foreign Relations, not exactly a TikTok conspiracy page, says, yeah, it means the definition of a bailout. So why do it? Why would Trump risk US taxpayer money on Milei, a guy who once promised to blow up the central bank and replace the peso with the US dollar? According to the White House, the logic is strategic. Bessent told Fox News that this move helps U.S. companies gain access to Argentina's rare earth and uranium resources, and most importantly, helps get China out of Argentina. See, this is where it gets interesting. For the last decade, China has been quietly buying influence across South America, investing in lithium, ports, and energy grids. Argentina has been one of Beijing's biggest regional partners. So, from Trump's perspective, helping Milei means pushing back against Chinese economic expansion. It's less about Argentina's economy and more about the global chessboard. Think of it like this. Milei gets money to stabilize his currency before midterm elections, and Trump gets a political win, a tough on China, pro-business headline. It's America first, but with a very weird soundtrack that includes 1980s rock covers and a guy shouting about deregulation with a chainsaw. Now let's talk about the man Trump's betting on, Javier Milei. He's complicated. A libertarian economist who used to front a Rolling Stones tribute band. A man who preaches about freedom, free markets, and minimal government, but has also proposed policies that have led to massive economic chaos. Since Milei took office in December 2023, Argentina's peso has crashed, inflation has soared, and investors have started dumping Argentine bonds like they're NFTs. And that's the guy Trump's calling his favorite president. During the White House lunch, Trump said, "We think he's going to win. He should win. If he doesn't win, we are not going to waste our time." That one sentence, "we are not going to waste our time," rattled Argentina's markets. Because when the world's most powerful economy says, "we only help you if you win," that's not just political meddling, it's financial pressure wrapped in a handshake. And while all this is happening, back home, the US government has been shut down for over 2 weeks. Federal employees are unpaid. Families are struggling. Farmers are angry. Republican Senator Chuck Grassley from Iowa, a major soybean-producing state, literally tweeted, "Why would the USA help bail out Argentina while they take American soybean producers' biggest market?" He's got a point. Trump's tariffs on China made Beijing turn to, you guessed it, Argentina for soybean imports. So now, American farmers are watching taxpayer dollars flow to their global competitors. Meanwhile, Democrats are accusing Trump of hypocrisy, saying he's bailing out a foreign government to help investors, while U.S. citizens face financial uncertainty at home. It's a rare issue where both parties seem angry, just for different reasons. But this bailout or currency swap, whatever term you want to use, isn't really about soybean or even Milei's chainsaw economics. It's our leverage. Trump sees Milei as a partner in reshaping Latin America, away from socialism, away from China, and toward a Trump-led economic sphere. And in that world, loyalty matters more than ideology. Milei's politics, libertarian, anarcho-capitalist, pro-Trump, fit perfectly into Trump's narrative of strong leaders fixing broken systems. It's the same branding used with Bolsonaro in Brazil, Bukele in El Salvador, and Orban in Hungary. So, $20 billion isn't just an investment in Argentina. It's a down payment on a global alliance of populist leaders who speak Trump's language, nationalism, anti-globalism, and showmanship. But here's where the optics get tricky. Trump's administration is using taxpayer-backed U.S. reserves to stabilize a foreign governance currency, while American institutions remain frozen during a shutdown. Think about that. Furloughed federal employees can pay rent, but a foreign leader who sings Bon Jovi covers on stage just got a financial lifeline. And yet, Trump's message is clear. This isn't charity, it's strategy. He's betting that Milei's success will prove Trump's brand of economics works. deregulation, free markets, and political theater. If Milei stabilizes Argentina and keeps China out, Trump looks like a genius. If Milei fails, Trump says he didn't win, not my problem. Heads he wins, tails Argentina loses. Now let's pause for a second on Milei himself, because this guy is something else. He's called El Loco, meaning the madman. He actually takes a chainsaw to his rallies, a symbol of cutting government waste. He says he gets political advice from his dogs, whom he believes embody the spirit of famous economists. He's released books, rock albums, and once claimed he'd blow up the central bank. And now he's the face of U.S. financial partnership in South America. Let that sink in. The man who wanted to end Argentina's currency just got one of the biggest currency deals in its history. It's a kind of irony that only international politics can deliver. So is Trump bailing out Argentina out of friendship or strategy? The truth is, it's both. Trump sees Milei as proof that his ideology has gone global, that populist capitalism isn't just an American experiment but a movement, and is using America's financial power to keep that movement alive. But the risk is huge. If Milei's policies fail, if inflation spirals, if protests grow, the U.S. will be tied to that failure. And once again, American taxpayers will be footing the bill for someone else's revolution. This bailout or currency swap isn't just about economics, it's about influence, it's about power, and it's about whether Trump's version of America First actually means America First or Trump's allies first. I'm Mazhar. This was a breakdown. If you liked the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends, and do subscribe to the channel for more such videos. Thank you for watching.